No, you don't have to ride or die with nobody. You don't. I don't know about you, but baby, I'm done doing that. Now, clock that. Hey dolls, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is NK. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, well, girl, thank you so much for all the love and all the support. Today's video is something that I've always wanted to talk about because it's something that really resonates with me. So I hope you stick around and enjoy it, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm going to be telling you guys the things I genuinely stopped doing that changed my life as a woman. This was not an overnight progress, but with time, I got to where I am, and I know that I've not even gotten to my destination yet, because growth is a gradual process and we never stop growing. The first thing I did, I stopped explaining myself excessively. Most times totally, because let's be honest, some people are just always going to misunderstand you. I realized that silence is actually power, and I don't always have to constantly try to explain something, especially when I know that my intentions were pure and I never hurt anyone. Because some people at the end of the day just genuinely, and I mean genuinely, stand by 10 toes down that no matter what you do or no matter what you say, that you're never going to understand it or see from your point of view. Some people are always going to paint you to be the bad person, regardless of how the situation turned out. So I've just learned to make peace with the fact that I don't always have to explain myself, especially to people that are not willing to see from my point of view or even understand. To people that constantly, and I mean constantly, want to misunderstand me. So this is something that I have entirely stopped. Number two thing that I stopped is I stopped chasing clarity from confused people. Trust me, if someone is inconsistent, they are inconsistent. If someone is a liar, they are liars. If someone is not trustworthy, the person is not trustworthy. Stop chasing clarity. Stop chasing closure from people that have over and over shown you that this is who they are. What you're chasing is just going to give you more hurt, more confusion, more just put you in a loop. There are people that this is who they are. I believe that once someone shows me who they are, then I just take notes and adjust accordingly. You don't always have to start trying to change people or think that if you tried it this way or if you tried it this way, they're going to change overnight. Especially when someone is really grown and you know, like, you're not about to be 30 or so and telling me that this is who you are. You obviously don't want to change. So why do I have to keep trying to correct you and tell you to do right? Like, if you are this way, you are this way. There is no need for me to come and start trying to chase something that doesn't exist in that particular place. No. Now, the third thing I did was I stopped romanticizing struggle. Everyone wants to tell you their grass to grace story and just tell you that, oh my God, you won't believe I did all of this and I've not even rested. Rest is productive. Soft life is not lazy. I said it in one of my videos. I said that last year that I was forced to take a 6-month break. And it's still one of the best decisions I ever did in my life. For someone that has been on the move, constantly working, constantly trying to get money or do this and do that, I needed that rest. And I realized that when I rested was when I was my most productive. And I realized I grew so much because my mind had to pause. My mind had time to breathe. My body as well. My nervous system relaxed. It rested. Sometimes pause. Romanticize your life. This struggle you are all about, I have to do it this way, I have to do it that way. No. Take a break. Rest is the most productive thing you can do, because guess what? If you don't rest when you're supposed to, your body will break down and then you'll be forced to rest even longer than you're supposed to. Now, clock that. The fourth thing I stopped doing, I stopped showing up where I'm not celebrated. I feel like this should have been the first point. In friendships, in relationship, any kind of shape, girl, let me tell you, I stopped showing up. There are people that are just energy vampires, and energy doesn't lie. There are people that just need you They just need you when they need you, and when they're done, they throw you down, outside the curb, like, okay, we're done. There are people that only need you for what they can get from you, not genuinely because they like you. There are people that never call you when they are celebrating. They only call you when they have struggles. They remember that you exist. Let me tell you, you're not special. You're just the number one Momo. You're just the foolish one on speed dial. Stop going where you're not celebrated. If someone throws a party and you say, oh, you're friends, and they don't invite you, and come up with excuses of, oh, this was a surprise, blah, blah, blah. Baby, read the room and adjust accordingly. If you're in a relationship that you know is draining you, walk out. If you're in any kind of friendship that you know is one-sided, get out. I did a lot of these things last year where I realized a lot of the friendships I had was so one-sided that they just needed me for what they could get. And I just woke up and I'm like, chop, chop, y'all are out. And I just cut them off and I moved on. And it still goes back to what I said earlier. I'm okay with not being liked as long as I don't have to, sleep and be unsure of who I am. This is the first point I stated, that is, you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. Let them do what they want to do, but stop going to where you're not celebrated. Go to the people that genuinely root for you, the people that genuinely like you. Be with those people that you would even know, because when you're around those kind of people, your energy thrives, your nervous system is relaxed. When you're with people that you know that they're not meant for you, you would know. So you don't have to overgive or overexert yourself trying to prove a point, or trying to say, oh, we've been friends for 200 years, therefore let me just stick around. No, you don't have to ride or die with nobody. You don't. And the fifth thing I did, I stopped waiting to feel ready. I've been out of Instagram for 2 years. If I continue on this path, see, that would have been 3 years, but God said no. And even though I left because I just was tired and I needed to take a pause and a break, no regrets. But I realized that I kept telling myself, okay, I'm not ready. But the truth is, I'm never going to be ready. Nobody's ever going to be ready to do anything. So I'm just going to stop waiting to be ready, waiting to have all the money before I take that trip, waiting to have all the fine pictures before I put out content, waiting to have the most beautiful apartment before I can shoot my content. I actually have stopped all that rubbish. I am going to start, and I will get ready at some point, because nobody's ever fully ready. And if you constantly tell yourself, oh, I'm waiting till I'm ready, I'm waiting till XYZ happens, guess what? Even when that happens, you would tell yourself that it's not enough and you need something else to make you even more ready. And I don't know about you, but baby, I'm done doing that. So the last on the list is, I stopped over-consuming and under-executing. Yes. Less watching people's content and wishing, more creating my own content so that people can watch and I can grow. So this is really majorly for my content journey. I told myself last year I was going to do this, create content, grow this channel to XYZ. And then I realized, guess what? I didn't do any of that until December, which I am still very proud of myself, that I actually woke up and I told myself, okay, girl, you need to pick it up. You need to. I have all these gadgets. I have more than people that are doing more than I am. And yet I'm doing less. I told myself, okay, what's the excuse? You said you wanted a new camera for makeup, you got it. You already have another camera for vlog. Why are you not vlogging? You already have this, you already have that. Why are you not doing all of this? So I really just stopped all of that nonsense and I started doing more. I started creating, and I'm so proud. I've started creating to the point where I consciously create my content, think of what, the great content I'm going to put out, be very much intentional with what I'm doing, especially in my content creating journey, because I love creating so much. Anybody that knows me would tell you that. I love creating, I love editing, I love the whole shebang, So I told myself, you know what, girl, you're going to put it out there. You're going to wake up. You're going to do this. Even on the days when you don't feel like, if it's on your to-do list, you're going to execute it. So these are just some of the things I have stopped doing, and I'm so happy because I've seen so much improvement in my life. I really hope this video has been helpful to someone out there. Let me know what you guys think. This is honestly one of my favorite kind of content to create on this channel. If you have any questions, any tips, or whatever you think you want me to talk about or share, please don't forget to let me know. So don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe and comment. I'm seeing the views, I'm seeing the subscriptions, and I'm so grateful for all of it. Thank you guys so much for all the love. Thank you for all the support, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.